Hi everyone, and welcome to another Sunday live stream, starting a little bit early, so I'm going to wait for people to join before I dive into it. But in the meantime, I will go over the main portions of the live stream. I know many of you are familiar with this, but it's always 30 minutes broken into 3 sections. The first 10 minutes is where I cover our latest properties. The second 10 minutes is when I go over our blog posts and other informational content we may have posted. And then finally, we leave 10 minutes for the vacation giveaway, which I know is why you're all here. So again, I'll be waiting for people to join. As I take a break or a pause, I'll be checking the chat at all times, and I'll respond to any questions or join in the conversations as well. So feel free to ask questions or have a conversation started while I'm doing my thing. All right. So, hello, KJ. So I know many of you are familiar with me, but and my company, but I'll just go over the basics for any new viewers. My name's Erica. I have a company, Gokche Capital. I buy and sell land. My website is gokchecapital.com. And here you'll see you do have the option of submitting your property to us for review if you want to sell it. And under Buy Land, you can find all of our available properties. I'll also note that we do have a number of resources. Many of them are free. We like to put out educational content for landowners, buyers, and sellers with information on topics that we had a hard time finding when we started our business. So for example, we have a blog which now has hundreds of articles. You can actually search the website for any topic and you'll probably find a blog post on it as long as it's related to land. And all of these are longer form blog posts, about 2,000 words. So we try to go into in little more detail on all of the topics we cover. We'll occasionally post educational YouTube videos as well on top of the videos that we do about our properties. So KJ, you're asking if we have land in Maine. Unfortunately, not at the minute, not at the moment. We haven't looked in Maine in a while, so we probably won't have properties in Maine anytime soon, but we do buy land in every state. So you can always check back. And this is actually a good segue to say that we have, if you go to subscribe on the top menu here and click SMS text notifications, you have the chance to get a text alert when we post a property in a particular state. So if you're only interested in Maine, you could sign up just for Maine. And you can choose up to 5 states, or you can say you want to receive a text alert whenever we post, regardless of the state. So sorry we don't have anything right now, but maybe we'll find something in the future. Okay. And oh yeah, so very quickly, I wanted to note that we do have a few other resources. These are paid, but we have 3 courses, one on due diligence, another on land investing and how sort of a step-by-step guide on how we run our business. And then we have a course that covers 31 tips for marketing properties online. And finally, we have a book, 11 True Stories You Need to Know Before Buying Land. It's as the title suggests, 11 true stories, but the bulk of the book is actually a due diligence checklist. So those are the paid resources. Hello, Acacia. Hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And hi, Silent Ninja. Good to see you again. Yes, you're right. I didn't even mention it, but I know we're in for a big storm this evening and tomorrow. So I hope everyone who's in the states affected is safe and prepared. Yeah, and hopefully it won't be too bad, but we'll see. Yeah. And hi, Smooth to Smooth. Good to see you again. Thank you for joining. Hi, Beth. So thank you all for being here on a Sunday evening. Again, anyone who is in a state that is under an emergency warning right now, I hope you're staying safe and you're prepared and everything is going to be fine, I hope. All right, so I guess since we now are officially at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll get started on the first segment and go over our latest properties. So we did post a number of properties in Campbell County. We posted 2 last week, and they are both in the same general area. So actually, before I go to one of the main listing pages, I'm going to zoom in on the map. I have to zoom in a bit more so you can see where they are in relation to each other. They're both in the same subdivision. They're across the street from each other. So you can see here, one is here and one is here. All right, so these properties are in Campbell County, which is in northern Tennessee, not too far from the border with Kentucky. And these are, as you can see from satellite images, this is a more rural, green, hilly area, but the big draw in this region is the Powell River, which covers this whole area here, and all around the Powell River there are state parks, wildlife management areas, marinas, public land. So a lot of opportunities for anyone who is looking for recreational land, particularly fishing, boating, hunting as well. And there are a lot of subdivisions, sort of gated communities in this area with recreational properties as well as sort of set up to be vacation homes. So again, a lot of recreational opportunities in the nearby vicinity. This property is in Clearwater Cove at North, or both of them are in Clearwater Cove at Norris Lake. You see we're very close to the Powell River. And the properties are on a dirt road. This is a well-maintained road. You can see from images, if I have one of the road, it's in pretty good shape. Not sure if I have a good image of the road on that listing. I think I have one on this one. And Silent Ninja, you're asking, do you use any of your land for recreation? So I personally don't, because I'm selling the property, so I don't use them for my own personal use. But occasionally we do get a property where we sometimes think, well, maybe we'll keep this one for ourselves because it would make a great camping spot. But no, I personally don't. But yeah, I have acquired a number of properties that I think would be nice properties to have for recreational purposes, or at least camping. So yeah, you can see the condition of the road here. I'll note that this subdivision as well should have electricity, but also public water, and I believe they're in the process of installing public sewer. But you should give the HOA a call to see what the status is on that. When I called, they'd said they were either going to expand public sewer to this area or they would allow septic systems, but they were hoping to get public sewer out. And so one is here, the other is down here. And as I mentioned, they are in Clearwater Cove at North Lake, which is an HOA. So there are some covenants in place on the properties. Mainly they restrict the lots to residential uses, but I can cover the CCRs in more detail or send you a copy if you're interested in the properties. And as of right now, each property is priced at a cash discount price of $11,999. As with all of our properties, we do offer an owner financing option. So that would be $1 down plus the $299 document fee. It's also $299 per month for 60 months. There is 0% APR, so no interest, but you don't get the cash discount price when you purchase with owner financing. There's also no prepayment penalty and no credit check. So we don't check your credit score. We actually don't have an application process at all. You would simply go to our main listing page and click buy or hold and then click buy, and that starts a whole automatic checkout process. You would pay through that process, and then it would automatically generate the land contract. The only thing I would note with owner financing on all of our properties is that you're not able to build on or live on the property until the end of the loan term. So those are the properties in Campbell County. If you want more information, you can check out our main listing pages. We do also have a drone video of one of them down at the bottom of the listing page. Oh, hi, Wanda. Thank you so much. Wanda says, thank you for all your great info. I'm glad it's helpful. And if anyone has any suggestions on how these live streams can be more helpful, I'm always open to that, seeing how I can change up the format. And of course, ask questions at any time. I'll try to answer them. So this week, I hope to post a few more properties. We did just sell the 2 properties we listed in Modoc County, so I will likely be posting at least one more property in Modoc County. If anyone was interested in those properties, keep an eye out for that. And we'll have some more Tennessee properties coming up. Hopefully I'll post one this week as well. So if you're interested in Tennessee, keep an eye out for those properties. All right. All right, KJ, you're looking for properties in Maine. I'll keep that in mind. Like I said, just to be honest with you, we're probably not going to get any properties in Maine in the near future, but sometimes something comes our way. So you can always keep an eye out. And if you're ever open to any other state, you can keep checking back on our listing page. Okay. So this week, I did have a short vacation, so I only posted 2 blog posts, which means this live stream is probably going to be a little bit shorter, unless anyone has any questions that we can spend the extra time on. But I did post 2 properties. One is on Brown's Gas, which is may seem like kind of an odd topic, but it's one of my YouTube subscribers brought up Brown's Gas. He was looking into trying to see if there was a way to use it on his off-grid homestead, and I thought it'd just be interesting to do a blog post on it. As of right now, I'm not sure if it really has any applications for off-grid use. Theoretically, it could be a great resource to use as an alternative to natural gas, because it essentially only produces water as a byproduct. So from an environmental standpoint, it's a great resource to use. And it's used in a lot of specialty areas right now. But like I said, I'm not sure if it's really going to be applicable to off-grid, unfortunately. But it's still an interesting thing to know about, especially if you're into science and you're a little bit of a nerd like me. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go too much into it, but basically it's a special gas that's created. You run electricity through a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen, and it creates a gas with water vapor as its sole byproduct. And it does have a high energy output when ignited. So it's kind of an interesting thing to look into. All right, so let's see. Silent Ninja, I see we had a few comments, so I'm going to take a moment. Silent Ninja said it's about 110 degrees average these past few weeks. So I'm waiting for the weather to cool down, make a trip there. Last time I attempted to view the land, I got stuck in the deep sands, LOL. Oops. Yeah. A lot of our properties are pretty out there. You need a good truck or a vehicle to make it out there. And yes, it has been a very hot summer. So we're nearing the end of it though, which is sad, but also it'll be nice to get a break from the heat. Oh, and Beth, yeah, you asked, did I say the taxes on that property in Tennessee. I did not, and I should have. So let me go back to that quickly. The annual taxes are very low. They're only about $44. There are annual HOA dues as well, and they're just under $700. So, okay, and then I did do one other blog post that was kind of fun, do it myself pest control. This was another one that came up from some comments among off-gridders on some of my videos. And I did a blog post a while back about scorpions, mainly because I've had a lifelong fear of them. And that led to, well, how if you did ever have scorpions, if you happen to live in one, because my mom's from Arizona, how could you take care of them without constantly calling an exterminator? So I did a blog post on do-it-myself pest control. Hopefully it has some useful information and practical advice, but should say, of course, as with any do-it-yourself project, be careful, make sure you do it safely. If you don't think you can do it safely, it's always best to hire a professional. So check that out if you have any interest in the topic. I know none of us like to think about it, but if you own a home or if you're a renter, if you live in a building, you're probably going to deal with some kind of pest at some point. Seems to be inevitable, even in very new construction. I had a contractor friend who actually said sometimes new construction homes are worse because contractors, not all of them, but some of them cut corners, unfortunately. And so you have homes with a fair number of little openings that let bugs in. And some of the older homes are sturdier, a little sturdier, depending, of course, on where you are, the age of the home, what materials it was built out of, and how well it was maintained. So yeah, pests, an unfortunate fact of life. So that was it, just 2 blog posts this week. I hope I'll post my regular 3 or 4 this upcoming week because I'm now back and no longer on vacation. So as I said, this live stream is going to be a little bit short today. I hope that's okay with you all. If you have any questions, though, please shoot them my way, and we can use the extra 5 minutes on those. If not, we can get started on the vacation giveaway. And maybe that'll bring some cheer as we're waiting for this hurricane and hoping it won't be that bad. So I see a lot of familiar faces today. I know you're all familiar with the spiel. Many of you have actually won a vacation giveaway before, but I'll still go over the terms. So it is a voucher valid for 3 and in some instances 4-night stay in a hotel that our travel partner classifies as a luxury hotel. And the way it works is if you win, I'll send you an email with all the available locations. There are over 50 of them. Many are, I think over 30 are in the US, and then there are a bunch that are global as well. You select your location, and then I send you the voucher. Every location has multiple participating hotels. There are a lot of them. You won't be able to see the exact hotels that participate until you select the location and redeem your voucher, but I can tell you there are a number of options in every location. When you get the voucher, you have 7 days to redeem it. To redeem it, you do have to pay the regular hotel taxes associated with the hotel stay. But then you have 18 months to actually book your travel dates. So you don't have to decide when you're going to go at the time that you redeem the voucher. There are going to be certain dates that are blacked out, mainly major holidays, and there is a small additional fee for weekends. So there's a few things to keep in mind. The voucher is mainly geared toward a single person or a couple, but there are going to be some participating hotels that allow up to 2 children as well. And the other thing to mention is You're only allowed one voucher every 12 months. So if you've won before, you won't be able to get a second voucher if you've won this year, or if you've won, less than 12 months ago, which would be everyone right now, since I just started this. You wouldn't be eligible for another voucher, but you can still participate because you can either decide to give the voucher as a gift to a friend or family member, or I can give you a $100 hotel savings card. Okay. And Silent Ninja had one question: where is your favorite place to vacation? That's a good question. I sadly don't take many true vacations anymore now that I've started this business. I take maybe 2 or 3 days off and go somewhere where we have family. But I'd say some of my favorite places, I loved Alaska, Yellowstone, the major national parks. I like going to places where there's a lot of natural beauty. I liked Costa Rica for that reason as well, and Iceland outside of the US, but Montana and Wyoming, of course, Alaska, Washington, a lot of California, the Redwoods. I have a lot of places I like to visit. Vermont and Maine, New Hampshire, they're beautiful as well. So are the Adirondacks in New York. We're fortunate to live in a country with a lot of beautiful locations. So I can't say I have a favorite, but anywhere where there is a great national or state park or other place to go hiking is where I like to go. Okay, so I guess then we will just get started. So if you're interested in the vacation voucher, just say yes, and then we'll assign everyone a number. The first person to say yes is 1, and so on and so on. And then I'll have Google randomly pick a number, and if your number's called, you are the winner. All right, so I'll give everyone a few minutes to decide whether they want to participate or not. And if anyone wants to mention their favorite vacation spots as well, I'd be curious to hear, either in the US or globally. There's so many great places to visit in the world. I always feel like there isn't enough time, enough time to see everything I'd like to see. So. All right. Las Vegas and Chicago. Yeah, Las Vegas. I think Las Vegas, I'm from Chicago. I love Chicago. It's beautiful in the summer. The winters are brutal. I don't think I could move back there now. Not strong enough for the Chicago winters anymore. And Silent Ninja, oh, you're going to Portland, Oregon. Great. Yeah, Portland's another great town. I've only been there, I think, for a period of 2 days total. So we were thinking of going back and really seeing the city. Ellie saying you're hoping to buy land from me, and that will be my favorite place. Well, that would be wonderful. I'd love it if everyone could own their own parcel of land, which they could then say is their favorite place in the world. I have like a little silly dream of everyone sort of having their own kind of rural getaway where they can enjoy the outdoors. Let's see. You're saying London, Cancun, and Jamaica outside of the States. Oh, all great places to visit. I haven't been to Jamaica, but I really want to go. Everyone says it's wonderful. And the Bahamas. Yeah. And Beth, you'd love to see Alaska. I would highly recommend Alaska. I was I guess I shouldn't have been surprised at how beautiful it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. They call it the last frontier, I think for a reason. Probably one of the few places I've been to where you can still sort of get a feel of what the world looked like before, humans came. And Big Sur, California. Yeah, I'd like to visit there too. I don't think I've been. All right, so all great vacation ideas. Hopefully we can all visit these places on our wish list in the next year or so. But it looks like today we only have 5 participants. So that means you all have a really good chance of winning. All right, and I'll just take one more second to make sure no one else wants to participate. If not, then we're going to go ahead and pick our lucky winner. That is number 3, 67 Ford, if I'm counting that correctly. Congratulations. And I'm going to put in my email address here. You can just send me an email. And I'll send you the list of all the locations. You can take your time and think about it and let me know then which one you'd be interested in. For everyone else, thank you so much for being here. I say this every week, but I really mean it. I know this is 6 p.m. on a Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Not everyone's in Eastern zone, but it's still a key time for the weekend activities. So thank you for taking the time to be with me. I hope to see you all again next week. And I do this vacation giveaway every week. So if you join every week, you'll probably win at some point. And for anyone who is in the path of the hurricane, I really hope you stay safe, that your family's safe, and that we all get through this okay. And one last question from Silent Ninja. Do you ever get land in Imperial County? We have in the past, not recently, but yes, we have gotten land in Imperial County. We get land in California in general in trickles here or there. Most of it is in Southern California. So keep an eye out. And for everyone else, I hope you all have a great week. And I'll see you next weekend, same time, same place.